Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell, get all the updates. Really excited for today's video. So it's Saturday. On Saturdays, I do Cellar Saturday, where I actually drink something off the shelves behind me. This one was requested by SB, which I can only assume stands for Sexy Beast. And I actually don't know what it stands for. So he's like, hey man, I'd like to see you do that bitches brew. So I'm like, good call. And I thought I had some. I should have looked before I started talking. No, I do still have, I guess you can't see it, one bottle of the wood-aged one, which if I remember correctly, I like that one less than the regular. But here's some stuff. Being Cellar Saturday, this beer was bottled on November 2015. So it is over 7 years old at time of review. So you never know. That's why I like the experimentation part of it. Also, great, using the Miles Davis, Bitches Brew cover. But man, remember Dogfish had making big beers like this, like literally big bottles of beer like this. So it's 9%. Usually, I try to only age beers 10% or higher. So again, I'm curious. And this is ale brewed with honey and gesho. Gesho is from Africa. If I think I'm remembering correctly, I think regions of Africa or a region mixes honey and gesho together to make kind of like a mead, and I think it has a little bit of an orange taste. But yeah, we'll see about what this tastes like. This has been in my possession the entire time. I'm the one who wax sealed it. We'll see if, not that I have a comparison bottle that wasn't waxed, but we'll see if that helped this beer age. I don't know. Who knows? I'm super curious. I think also the 2015, they might have re-brewed this. I want to say this was the first time they brewed it, but I don't know. Oh, there's stuff on this side I probably should have read. Well, it's pouring nice. Ooh, that's a beautiful looking beer. I have proper glassware, one of my many Dogfish head glasses. Except that, bubbles. All right. That's dark. That's a really dark beer. A finger of a mocha caramel kind of color head. Almost nitro bubbles. They're so tiny and then they get bigger at the top, small, medium, some large ones. I mean, come on, that's a beautiful looking beer. Let's see, just to give this its due. Miles Davis' seminal Bitches Brew album was a game changer, a bold fusion of rock, funk, and jazz. To honor the 40th anniversary release, I really liked, although they did so many cool music ones. Deltron 3030, Pearl Jam, Grateful Dead, I'm forgetting some. Anyway, Dogfish Head has created a bold, dark beer that's a fusion of 3 threads, Imperial Stout, and 1 thread honey beer. Oh, there you go. With gesho root. Like the album, this beer will age with the best of them. To hear music and the story that inspired this beer, go to milesdavis.com/brew. I wonder if that website's still up. Okay, so yeah, there you go. I was remembering correctly. Cool. Man, I mean, one more time. That beer is beautiful. Let's get into the aroma. I like this aroma, and it's different in a very cool way. It's roasty. Okay, so I have said, like, take an American barley wine, age it for a long time. When I drink those beers, I almost always say, like, it smells like, dead hops or hops of, years past. It kind of is like that with the roastiness of the beer. And I don't know if I've ever said that before or even thought that. But, like, it's roasty, but it's not just, like, fresh roasty. It's, like, aged roastiness, which, again, I don't think I've ever said before or thought before, but it definitely has that aspect. And then there's, like, this sweetness interwoven with it, too, in a really cool way. So it's not, like, soy saucy. It's not particularly umami forward. A little bit of that. But, yeah, I could see a little bit of, like, the smoked meat, soy sauce kind of a thing, but very, very faint. But yeah, there's a little sweetness there, a little dark chocolate, crackery. Man, this is really cool. Almost like a little vanilla. That's weird. All right, Let's get into taste. Cheers. Thanks again for the request, SB. That's nice. I'm not going to say it's the best version that this beer has ever had, but for 7 years, ooh, and you do get some nice chocolate. It's not overly chocolate, but how that was like one of the last things I said in the aroma, it's more present in the taste. And yeah, maybe it's that gesho. There's like this woody thing. And that was part of what I was getting in aroma. Now that I think about it, okay. And it's not like cinnamon or whatever, but like it's got not barrel-aged woodiness, but a woodiness to it. Little bit of, and this might make sense with that orange thing I guess it can kick out. What's that thing in English breakfast tea? It's got like a little bit of that thing. I'm sorry, I won't be able to think of that. What's in that gives it its kind of like unique, distinct flavor. But it has that element in this beer as well. A little ashy in this aftertaste, pretty dry experience. Yeah, some sweet chocolate. Light berry, not sweet enough to be like a berry compote, just like a slight berry note. You get that woody thing. And you know what? I said vanilla. It's not quite vanilla. It's a little bit more like confectionery caramel. I guess I should just say caramel. Little nutty as well. Yeah. Ooh, I'm really glad I didn't come up with nutty off camera. Very nutty. Not specific nut, but more, if I had to pick one it was closest to, I'd probably say like peanut, but does not drink like a peanut stout either. It's very much interwoven, just like there's like some roast, like I was saying, but it doesn't get like full on coffee, but there's like a nice roast. So that's kind of what I mean like with this peanut thing. It's not like anyone, well, I shouldn't say anyone, but like most people wouldn't drink this and be like, oh, there's obviously PB2 powder in it or whatever, but there is a nice nuttiness that's closest to peanut. Yeah, this is one of those ones that is like equal parts fun and tasty. Again, this is definitely not the best this beer has ever been. I don't know if it would rebound or whatever, so I'll just say it's past its peak, it's past its prime for sure, but it's still drinking nice. And again, it's got some really cool, unique things, and it's not like unique in a bad way, in an off flavor way. So in terms of like the experimentation of aging, I am happy with this, but make no mistake, again, this is not peak beer, peak version of this beer. And they said age it like the album, age well, so, that's on them, that's not on me. You know what? I gotta circle back to this vanilla thing. You know what? No, there's some caramel, but there is like this, closest thing I can think of is vanilla. But again, like everything else I was saying, not like it tastes like it has a vanilla bean in it. Just it's like the closest thing that I can come up with to explain that flavor. Yeah, this is cool. This is one of those ones I think I could keep going. It'd make for a longer video, obviously. But like still noticing new things. Some of the things I'm noticing, different intensities, upon each sip. Let me do one more. This is cool. This deserves a little bit more attention. Yeah, you know what's cool about this too? Going back to that cracker note, you get the chocolate. At no point does it taste like a chocolate like graham cracker, but like you get this chocolate, little bit of cacao specifically. It's not quite Triscuit, but it's more like that kind of a cracker than like a Ritz cracker. Yeah, this is really tasty. This is cool. Yeah, okay. Now I'm starting to repeat myself, so that's how I know it's time to wrap this up. Have you ever had this beer before? Have you ever listened to this album? Have you had this beer lately? Did you prefer the wood-aged one to this one? Anything, everything, comment section below. Let's get a conversation going. Once you're done doing that, make sure you check me out on Instagram and Untappd. There's no hype beer reviews at both of those places. So please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.